All right, this is episode 3 and apparently part 2 of our last conversation, which was about the Sony Vita.
Yes.
Yeah, and their memory storage capacity, ideally.
Which also sucks.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's move on. No. Writing down here, Sony Vita sucks.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the capacity that sucks; it's the pricing.
Okay, and you have to buy their own.
You have to buy it.
It's like it's just the problem of them. They're really trying to keep up with Nintendo.
Which is not really a good idea to keep up with Nintendo, because Nintendo is keeping up with 1990. No, 2000.
Yeah.
2000. That's Nintendo right now.
And by
holy crap! There's an internet. We can play games on it. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And trying to make your stuff cost more is gonna make people
They
less
already
likely
had
to
the
buy it and
advantage.
actually buy the Nintendo stuff. So
Yeah.
They already had the advantage with Nintendo by pricing it at the exact price that 3DS was priced back then.
Yeah, the 3DS.
The 3DS, where it was $250, along with the Vita. Both of them were $250. So that they had a chance at winning over a lot of sales, but now a lot of people canceled their pre-orders. And if you notice, actually the Vita hasn't been selling well.
Why are people canceling it?
Because they didn't want to buy the memory cards.
Really?
Like,
That's it? That deterred people?
well, because they're like, wait, if I just want, I'm gonna already have to pay at least $270, not $250.
Oh.
Because you have to buy one of these things. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you can't play any games. You can't do anything on it. You have to. It has
you
no
have to get the memory card. Otherwise, you could pretty much be playing like the first levels over and over and over again.
Well, I guess some games have their own internal storage, but the system itself has no internal storage. Only the memory stick is the only kind of storage.
Storage. I thought you were saying swords for a second. I was like, I don't know that word.
Yeah, and
Hacksaw
even like the
sword
3DS
game.
actually has internal storage in it.
Yeah.
Just not much.
Jerrod's making a ton of noise now.
Yeah.
Is that so wrong? I can't make noise?
On a podcast? No.
I like noise.
Stop that, Judd.
No.
Stop that. Where are we? Okay, so we were talking about... I'm going to go straight for the other thing we were talking about, which is...
Straight for the camel's throat.
No, we're not, in fact, trying to kill animals.
Otherwise, PETA will attack us.
Yeah.
Evil like Mario games where the guy's carrying a tanuki. Okay.
But you're talking last one about Transformers and how I don't like either of the girls from Transformers. I'll say if I had to choose, I like Megan Fox better, but I really don't like Megan Fox. Jerrod was saying I should just be like, well, I don't like the slutty women, but it's not that. I'm not calling Megan Fox a slut. It's just maybe a stoner, but I don't know. Not that. It's just weird. But yeah, and then I was making some joke about Katie Sagal. I like Katie Sagal, but these guys don't know who Katie Sagal is. Apparently, they never watched Married with Children.
And he is very passionate about letting us know who she is.
Yes, because they never watched Married with Children for some reason. All right, so the thing you were talking about, the thing with the Metroid.
Yeah, it just sold over 1 million.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. It was
All right.
posted. Yeah.
And that would be the because today's the 8th.
That would be
Yes.
Today is the 8th. Yeah.
Yeah. So the 7th, January 7th, 2012.
Metroid Other M came out in 2010.
Yeah, it did. What was your source on that? You just read it on.
It was on the Wii U Facebook
Okay.
page.
Yeah.
How many copies has Mario Kart 7 sold?
Both Mario Kart 7 and Mario 3D Land have sold each over 1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Other M sucks. You guys didn't play it. I played it. I'm a huge Metroid fan. I have played every Metroid game. That game sucks. It's been well documented online that it sucks. Oh, man. And the fact that it just sold 1 million is just pathetic, really. So, I've always wondered, the guy who made... Okay, so, the guy who did Metroid Other M is actually the same guy who wrote the story for Metroid 4, Metroid Fusion. Mm-hmm. Fusion was a great story.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was one of the best stories, yeah. That was, a lot of people like Metroid 3, but I actually like 4 because 4 took what 3 did and made it better. And I like the story in Metroid 4. I don't know what he did wrong in Metroid Other M, but I wonder, since he had to leave Nintendo, we didn't leave Nintendo, but he had to depart a little from Nintendo to make Other M, because he said, Nintendo didn't understand his idea. He had to go to and find Team Ninja, and they're the ones who understood his idea. He made kind of a gamble there. Looks like he lost. I haven't been able to find any sales numbers in America, or in Japan, for Other M, but I don't hear very much about it in Japan. I even tried searching in Japanese, looking for reviews and stuff with my limited knowledge of the Japanese language. But it was I couldn't find anything. But I'm assuming they couldn't have liked it any more than we liked it. I mean, if you take a character and this is the way it's always been for this long, and then suddenly change it on a dime, there's no reason to like it.
I don't know. Japanese have don't have the highest standards when it comes to story.
Are you insulting the good people of Japan now?
They have good stories, just sometimes they don't.
Like Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, well,
Metal Gear.
we're talking about Metroid. Metal Gear is a totally.
Well, a lot of people made jokes
different
about that. There was I saw a really funny video where it said it's like Metroid Other M, inspired by Hideo Kojima. Yeah, from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
it's a lot like that.
Yeah, like his cutscenes, which are like hours long.
But you expect crazy crap from Metal Gear Solid. I don't know, even if they like that, if you just change, like the fans who in Japan who did like Metroid, you think they'd be of a certain mentality, and to just change it on a dime, if they were fans, maybe they won't be fans of this as much. Like maybe they're like, if I like that, I would go play Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. But I couldn't find anything on that. But I know everyone here hated it. You said it just reached 1 million. That's pretty pathetic. And like I said, I wonder what Nintendo will do with what's his name? The guy's name what's his name? The guy who created Metroid. I forget his name. But anyway, I'm thinking wait, Yoshio Sakamoto, that's it. The one who did Metroid Other M. I'm wondering what will Nintendo do, like now. It's like, do they punish that guy? It's like, we gave you a chance and you failed, you know. And now, do they not give him as much leeway in his next...
Retro.
Right.
To start a killing spree.
Killing spree. But do they give him, do they not give him as much leeway in the next game he makes?
The guy who made Metroid Prime,
right,
he died. Like
Prime?
Yeah, the Prime games.
Prime, not the old Metroid. Because a guy died on the old... Ooh.
Yeah, he died of cancer or something.
When?
I think not long after 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's why they're saying that they didn't make another one. One thing, and also they were ready to leave Metroid and do something
that
else.
Makes sense, because there's that little Easter egg at the end of Metroid Prime 3 that suggests there's going to be a part 4 or something.
Oh.
Yeah. I like that Easter egg. I was looking for it. I thought it was going to be, and I don't think it's a spoiler, because, I mean, that game's been out forever. There's a statute of limitations on spoilers. And so, anyway, at the end, if you get like 100% or something close to that, I don't remember, it's not important, but if you get a good rating, you'll see at the end the ship follows Samus's ship when she leaves. And the ship looks a lot like Silux's ship from Metroid Prime Hunters.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I was so thinking they were going to make a Metroid Prime Hunters for the Wii. And that's what I always wanted. Like, Hunters was good. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. There was nothing, a lot of people were like, oh, well, I mean, the Metroid fans complain about everything, we don't have to get into that, but I mean, like, first they're like, oh, it's gonna be like Halo, it's like, it won't make it like Halo, and then they're like, oh, the story was an afterthought. I think even G4 was like, the story is an afterthought. Yes, it was an afterthought, I originally wasn't supposed to have a story, but I thought it was a good afterthought. I liked that story. Didn't you like the story of Metroid Other M?
Yeah.
I mean, not Other M, Hunters. Yeah,
Hunters.
I like this. I replayed it recently.
I replayed it too. I actually had
They should do one for 3DS.
Yeah, I had a wave of nostalgia, and I went out and bought it again.
Right, because you sold
and
it.
I enjoyed the crap out of it. So,
but
especially versus Gurea, the final boss.
Oh, did you get the true final phase?
Yeah,
awesome.
I didn't do the bull crap. I too lazy to do the prophecy and blow up.
Yeah, you just looked it up online.
Yeah, I did. But still, that's not the point.
You got to the part where you shoot it with the Omega Beam.
Yeah,
that's a fun part.
Oh boy, is that fun.
but yeah, I like that game. I like the cutscenes and the company that did those cutscenes.
Yeah,
they're
really
nice
good.
And smooth looking. I like that smoothiness.
Like a smoothie or
okay.
a shake.
Right. So anyway,
chocolate.
Right. So anyway, back to the Metroid. So there's I liked Hunters, and I thought that they were gonna. I always wanted it to be more online, bigger, more like Prime or Prime 3 for the Wii. So I was thinking they should make Metroid Prime Hunters for the Wii, and I thought that's what they were alluding to with Silux's ship. Silux, who was a hunter in Metroid Prime Hunters, following
best
Samus.
Hunter. Well, actually, no, Trace is best, but
he was the most popular, I think. He was the one who had the most story in the game.
Yeah, and, actually, that's debatable because most of him is just unknown. Like, no one knows his
Yeah, but he had the most, like, he's the one, like, who's most, following Samus.
True.
You fight him the most. He's the one where you actually fight his ship for a moment.
True.
And, and I mean, personally, my favorite was Noxus. And,
he was actually a good hunter, by the way.
Yes. And I will admit right now on here that, I did shadow freeze a few times. Like, you gotta shadow freeze sometimes. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not cheating. It's exploiting a glitch. You know about shadow freezing?
No.
It's when you charge up his Judicator, you know how it freezes people?
Yeah.
If you look straight down when you shoot it, like, it has, like, the range of it in the programming is limited horizontally, but not vertically. So when you look down and shoot it, it freezes infinitely in front of you. Whoa. So you can freeze across the room. And then, like, missile someone to death. Which, What if a guy's spamming alt form as like Spire? You're gonna want to shadow freeze him.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want that guy coming close to you. So yeah. Let's see. So yeah, just reached 1 million. I suggest. I mean, you guys never played Other M. You don't need to play it. I was thinking we could even watch the cinemas here and you'll just know. But I saw a really funny video one time with guys just like he wants to play the game and he goes up to play it and he's like already, and then all of a sudden as soon as he presses the button it's like cutscene and it's like blah 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 the baby blah 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 and he's like crap and he just throws down the controller. I actually agreed with G4's review at the end when they're like, I will throw this game in a corner and never play it again. That's what I did. I played it once. I played it a second time. I was going to play it on hard, but the hard is really hard. I was like, I'm not going to torture myself through a game that I even really like. So I really haven't touched Other M again. That being said, like the whole thing goes, just to put it in a nutshell, we all know the gameplay was good. It was the story that killed it.
Yeah.
The gameplay was great, but the story, I mean, it could have been great. That's the worst thing about it. It could have been one of the best Metroids ever if they just changed a few little things, but nope.
You said the gameplay was like all from Team Ninja.
Yes, the gameplay was actually done by Team Ninja. The story was done by the Yoshida Sakamoto, which is surprising because a lot of people thought Team Ninja, they blamed Team Ninja for the differences.
Yeah.
It wasn't Team Ninja's fault at all. They were misblamed. It was just like Sakamoto thought this idea would be better. And right at the beginning, like she says the baby, like I don't know, like 8 times right in the first minute. Like I was like, we can play a drinking game here. It's like drink whenever she says the baby. It's like baby, 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 baby. There's like a video of that, just a collage of the baby. Yeah, baby, baby. But someone should make we should make an AMV on that. But
baby.
But yeah, it was, and I remember I was playing the game with my mom. She's like, "How do you know what a drinking game is?" I was like, "Oh, that's not important. What is important is," even though I don't play drinking games, but yeah, I was like, "What is important?" And then she started to laugh once she saw how many times she said the baby. It's stupid. If it's not baby, it's Adam, and I used to like Adam. Adam was fun in Metroid 4. You were like, "This guy's interesting."
Yeah.
In Metroid,
Who is Adam?
Yeah,
Boss.
Yeah, he's a boss. But in Metroid Other M, he's just like you don't care anymore because it's like Adam, and there's like Samus. We need you to go. There's a video of that.
I'm
too.
unlocking your plasma beam.
Yeah,
Snap.
there's a video of that online
Go
too.
ahead and try it.
It's funny.
And then when I went, and then after I did watch the walkthrough of it, and because I knew I was never going to play it, so I watched the walkthrough and I saw how many times she did mention Adam, like you were saying. Yeah. Then I went back to play Metroid Fusion.
Hold on, Jerrod. You're not authorized to give that review yet.
It's like, you're not authorized to use super missiles yet. You'll have to find another way around.
Yeah.
Now your wave beam is
I was talking
activated.
to a friend of mine about that yesterday. He's like, wait, she's independent. He's like, why is he telling her? She's like, you're authorized. He's like, oh, you can't beat this guy. Remember like the review that I did?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Oh, looks like you can't kill this guy without your ice beam. I guess you can use it.
I guess.
I honestly would rather just search for the items than have to be
they're
told
like, okay,
that I
she
have them,
loses
but I
the
can't
fight.
use them until you tell me so.
It's like, well,
You know
she
what's-
just loses them. Okay, then she just gets to find them on her way.
You know what's kind of ironic? You do find a couple items on your own, only like 2, and she uses those right away. She didn't bother calling and be like, "Hey, can I use this?" She's like, "Oh, look at this. Might as well use it." Fell off a truck. But yeah, it would be nice if they had balanced it more. Where maybe he tells you can't use your classic weapons, but at the same time you're finding new ones.
Yeah, but if he's authorizing the weapons, why is he doing that? It's like, wait, are you seriously going to prevent her from using something that's going to help her?
The only one that makes it's funny. This game's so old, but it still gets me so hyped up about it. I can still have like hour-long conversations about this game. The only thing that I thought made sense was power bombs because they explained why you can't use power bombs right away. That
They're
makes
too
sense.
destructive.
Right, because they're like nukes, and we all know certain countries are afraid of nukes. Well, basically everyone, but you know what I mean.
Hey, but nukes are bad.
They are bad. Nukes are in fact very bad. Destroy freaking everything. But yeah, that's why they did it, because it's like they wanted to try and make sure there were no people alive. They wanted to make sure like if there were people alive on the ship, and they didn't want
nuke them.
They didn't want to nuke everything like with a thermal detonation. So that made sense with power bombs. But other than that, yeah.
That's what Boba Fett's for.
Call in Boba Fett. Yeah, Star Wars, fun stuff.
That seems to be the problem.
Ouch.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Good. Don't look it up. He'll be scarred for life.
Are we gonna have to edit that out? Are you trolling? Like now, people are gonna want to look that up. Oh man.
Problem.
Problem? You want it? It's yours.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, bye.
Bye.